Hey everybody, it's Chad Klosterman again, or TBI-Guy Speaks at tbiguyspeaks.webs.com. TBI-Guy Speaks on YouTube, which is where this video starts out at before it gets added to Facebook and 419 News and all that other good stuff. One thing I want to say right off the bat is if anybody has anything they would like to know about or talk about or have me talk about, feel free to either send me an email at kman0308@yahoo.com, or you can leave a message under the YouTube videos or anywhere else like that. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Usually my son's the one that does that stuff for me anyways, because he's a little techie and I'm not. I'm old. But at any rate, so anybody has anything or questions or subjects they want me to talk about, feel free to let me know and I will put them in there. This week, I want to talk about families, and as a family, whether it's your parents and your siblings or a wife and children, I want to kind of go into that route of things, because that is a support group that you definitely need when you're going through something of this nature, with a traumatic brain injury or the loss of a limb or sometimes both. And the biggest thing, the number one thing as far as the family goes, is they need to be supportive and patient, because you have to have patience when people have, like me, I have an issue where I get something in my head and that's what it is. That's the way it's going to be. Sometimes you have to let us fail to understand it, and hopefully we will learn from that. If not, when it comes up again, you can say, remember the last time when you thought something like this and it didn't work out very well. You got to bring up things like that, but you have to be able to do it on a neutral level, one that is not sounding demeaning or anything of that nature, because that's not good for our self image or what we think we can and cannot do. Me, I think I can do just about anything that I could before. Is that true? No, it's not true. But I do a lot of things that I probably shouldn't do that I can do. For example, and I might have said this before, I built 2 patios on my house with 45-pound paver blocks. The one on the side of the house by the garage or by the alley, that had over 90 blocks, and I laid about 3/4 of them by myself. And actually I did it twice because we had to redo it because of other things. But that was something that people said, Chad, you can't do that. Well, Chad did do that, and actually it turned out pretty good, to be in all honesty. But doing all that work with one arm isn't such a great idea. But at the time I was in my early 30s, so we're talking probably 10-15 years ago that I did that one. Well, a couple years ago, I decided to do another one in the back of the house, which is twice as big, with the swing set that I built 90% by myself. And that one I got help on because it was a lot bigger, and I'm starting to notice that I cannot do everything with one arm, and it lasts as long as what we would hope it would. So
because you have tendonitis,
because I have tendonitis, arthritis, oh yeah, all the good stuff. So I am learning to calm down, but that is something as family members and friends that you need to help in a very cautious way to bring that up to the individual. It's like walking on eggshells. I understand that. Whenever I get an idea, my wife, she will try to calm me down about it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just one of those things. But in the long term, she usually gets, I told you so, or you were right type of thing. It's one of those deals. But back to the family, you have to be there for your loved one because we need help. Mentally sometimes, physically sometimes, you
spiritually and emotionally.
Spiritually and emotionally, definitely. I can't believe I forgot the spiritually part because that's probably the thing that's grown the most since my accident is my spiritual connection with God. And you know, you get into those phases, well, I can't do this anymore, I can't do that anymore, but you know what, I'm still alive and I could be worse off. And I've probably said this once before, and I've told you before that I will repeat myself from time to time on here because that's just what I do. It's not intentional, trust me, it's not. It is, head injury, traumatic brain injury. But, you know, you have that time where you realize you think you have it worse than everybody and anybody out there, but you have to realize, you know, there's somebody out there that has it worse than you that is handling it better than you. And I said that before. I know I did. But it's not a point that needs to be forgotten about and thrown away under the rug because that is a very, very important lesson to think about in life. You're here for a reason. Anyways, back to the family stuff. You really need to have a positive support group because without your positive support group, you will you will have a much harder time succeeding in doing things that you want to do to improve yourself and to just live a happier life.
Be the best version of yourself.
To be the best version of yourself, exactly. See, that's why my producer gets to, that's why I let her go and speak as needed because she remembers things that I don't.
Plus I have the camera.
And she has the camera anyways, yeah, so she could easily just stop it, which, that wouldn't be cool. But, hey, it is what it is. So, remember, just you have to have the support group, and if they don't know that, let them know that. Let them know that you need the support group. You need to know that they're on your side, that they'll help you out with whatever they can for your success. When I went back to college for it would have been the second time after my accident when I got my bachelor's degree. My son missed out on 3 years of me, but he was a good support group for me. And with him being a part of it, it made me strive to get straight A's, and which I did for the most part, except for 3 classes when I didn't have my medicine, so my brain was even more scrambled than what it is right now. But he definitely helped me succeed because it was something I could show him that it is possible for him to get straight A's just like I did. And actually he is getting straight A's for the most part. He's an honor student, which is awesome. I'd like to think I had something to do with that. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But I'll take a little bit of credit for it anyhow. But that's my showing support for my son. So the support thing works both directions. You need it from your family, and your family needs it from you. When they see that you're doing things that people said, oh, you will not be able to do that, and you prove them wrong, you're showing them that, yes, I can. Have faith in me. Because if I have faith in this, maybe it'll help me have faith in something else to progress myself further in my recovery, for example, or so to speak. It's an ongoing thing for the rest of your life. It's going to be that way. So the sooner you can get the help and the support from your family, and the more that you can do to prove to yourself as well as your family that you can do things and that you are not completely unable to do anything, the better off it's going to be for everybody, especially your self-esteem. Because your self-esteem is the one thing that will break you down quicker than anything. No matter how successful you were in the past, once you hit the bottom of the barrel because you've lost all that ability you had, it is very, very hard to pick yourself back up and to put yourself in that same level. And it's not even about getting to that level anymore, but it's about getting above where you are now. Like I said, it's a constant it's a constant battle to improve yourself, but you have
Your
to
state
do
of
it.
mind.
It's your state of mind. Because once your state of mind is gone, it's hard to get it back. Just like your self-esteem. So you got to remember, there is always something you can do. There's always ways to make yourself better. Your family should be there to help you with that and through that, because like I said, without them, it is a battle against you and the negatives in the world that are, brought to you by Satan, because Satan likes to take the weak ones and tear them down. That's why God's so important in your recovery. So remember, no matter how bad you have it, there's somebody out there that has it worse, that's handling it better than you, and that you can do anything that you put your mind to, within reason, of course. No, I'm not going to go out and win a bench press contest with one arm.
What?
Yeah, that's not, I know. Well, no, I should rethink that, because I did see that Geico commercial where the guy was running with one arm in the air, holding up what looks like to be about, 350 pounds. So I guess there is possibility for me to do that.
Don't.
You're right. I shouldn't do that. I don't want to tear a rotator cuff in the one good arm that I got. I know, and have one pec so much bigger than the other one. So I got to, trying to keep myself leveraged and stable, and looking the same. That's never going to happen. But remember, guys, just always be positive. Be positive around your family, your friends, and try to make sure that your family and friends need to be positive around you. They need to be your support, because without your support, it's going to make the road 10 times longer and 10 times harder. But no matter what, you can get through this stuff.
And communicate, and tough love does have its place.
Yes, that is very true. Tough love does have its place. But in all these things, whether it's with family, with friends, with relationships, or whatever, communication is the number one thing you always, always, always have to put in the mix of it all. Because without, you don't know what we're thinking, we don't know what you're thinking. Communication is so important. And on that note, like I said, if you have any questions or topics that you would like me to cover, send them my way. And youtube.com, TBI-Guy-Speaks.com, TBI-Guy-Speaks.webs.com, Facebook, all kinds. I'm all over the place. I just need you guys to spread the information that I'm putting out there. And you all have a blessed week, and we will talk to you next week about relationships. And that one's going to be probably a two-parter, because there's a lot of information with that. On that note, you all have a great week, and we will talk to you later.